Question to the keepers of living records. How will BRICS develop, and how will it affect the world economy? Do BRICS have a future in an awakened world? Answer. This is a timely question, for what is shifting in the realm of global alliances is not merely political or economic, it is energetic. BRICS is not just a coalition of nations, it is the seed of a new balance of power in a world that is outgrowing centralized control. What is BRICS truly becoming? BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and now others joining, was born in response to the global dominance of Western-controlled systems. The petrodollar, the IMF, the World Bank, and the Western economic narrative that often served empire, not people. It began as an economic alliance, but it is evolving into a counter-system, a challenge to the old global order. It represents a diversification of power, and in this, a new possibility is emerging. How will BRICS affect the world economy? Decentralization of financial power. BRICS will weaken the dominance of the US dollar, especially through alternative trade currencies, gold-backed systems, and interbank payment systems outside of SWIFT. This will create ripples in the global economy, especially for nations trapped in dollar dependency. Empowerment of the Global South. Many nations long marginalized by the Western financial system will find new strength in joining BRICS or aligning with it. New infrastructure, development, and trade routes will emerge, no longer beholden to Western debt traps. Acceleration of the collapse of corrupt financial systems. As BRICS grows, it will expose the instability and manipulation within traditional banking, stock markets, and fiat currency systems. This will lead to financial shockwaves, but also to liberation for those prepared to build new systems. Does BRICS have a future in an awakened world? Yes, but only if it evolves. BRICS, as it stands, is a transitional structure. It contains both light and shadow, as do all systems in the early stages of change. Some of its members are still entangled in egoic power dynamics, secrecy and control, but others are genuinely seeking a better path. The awakened world will demand transparency, spiritual integrity, and service to humanity. For BRICS to endure in a higher timeline, it must align with soul-based values, fairness, sovereignty, mutual respect. Reject imperialism in new clothing, whether East or West. Embrace decentralization, sustainability, and human-scale economies. If it does this, BRICS could become part of the foundation for a new Earth economy, based not on exploitation, but on co-creation and balance. A final word of truth. The collapse of the old world cannot be stopped, but the birth of the new world can take many forms. BRICS is a bridge between eras, a sign that no empire lasts forever, and that humanity is remembering its right to reclaim how it exchanges, governs, and thrives. Watch its evolution closely, not with fear or idolization, but with discernment and hope. We remain with you in the living light, always.